My name is Scott Frank, and I'm a doctor of audiology at Salem Audiology Clinic in Salem, Oregon. And we're here again with Jim Reed, who has been our product tester for in-the-ear hearing aids for several years. Today, he's actually going to tell us about the Phonak Paradise P90 Virto in-the-ear hearing aids. Jim, you've actually tested lots of in-the-ear hearing aids for us, so you're a veteran at this point in time. So I always ask my patients when I fit them with hearing aids, first and foremost, how do they physically feel in the ear? Because it doesn't matter how they sound if you can't stand how they feel in your ear. So first thing off then is physical fit. How do these feel in your ear?
These feel very good. They're great.
Okay.
They're small and they fit far enough in the ear. They're very comfortable.
Yep. Okay. And when it comes to putting them in, taking them out, they're pretty easy to do?
Very easy.
Okay. All right, so we're going to move on to a broader area of discussion, volume and sound quality. So are they ever too loud or too soft?
No, they're great.
Okay. And I should reiterate that we actually use what are called real ear measurements, and that's to verify that you're getting the right amount of volume based on your hearing loss, that they're not too loud or too soft. So that's part of the formula for making these work well for you. So as long as we do that, we're always going to have good results. Okay, how about some of the settings for different listening environments? So as an example, how well have they worked for you, like in background noise or sound quality of music or things along those lines?
Background noise, they're great. I can, with these, go in the app and direction, and pretty much eliminate any unnecessary background noises.
Okay. Yeah, they work to reduce the effects of noise to the sides and the rear so you can focus more on what's in front of you. They don't really, I have to clarify, they don't really eliminate background noise, but they minimize its effect on your ability to understand the speech in front of you. You mentioned the cell phone apps. Let's go ahead and cross over to that area and talk about the cell phone in general. So these actually can be linked to your cell phone so that when someone gives you a call, you can hear the phone call through the hearing aids. And so tell us more about your experience with that.
They work very good along that line, being able to get the phone call directly in my ear. It eliminates hearing a lot of outside noises, trying to put the phone up to the ear to hear it.
Now, these do work a little bit differently than some of the other ones we tried, where you actually have to pull your cell phone out and answer the call in order to hear it through the hearing aids. But with these, you can just push the button and answer the call, correct?
That's correct. All I have to do is tap the button on the phone and it answers.
On the phone or on the hearing aid?
On the hearing aid.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
No problem. And so, and you prefer that because sometimes, like when you're driving your car, it's easier to do this than to dig out your phone and risk having an accident.
Well, by law, I don't think it's culture to have to yard your phone out and play with it while you're driving.
Yeah. Okay. And then the volume and sound quality for the phone call is good?
Yeah, it's very excellent.
Okay. Now you mentioned the cell phone app earlier, and so there's a couple things to talk about there. First thing is that Phonak actually recently updated the cell phone app, and they changed things around. Did you notice that yet?
Yes, I did.
Okay. We actually had quite a few patients, and when something's new and looks different, they don't like it because it's not what they're used to. And so you've had some time to try it out and see what it's like and stuff. What do you think?
Well, it's a matter of getting used to it. It's a new way, but once you get used to it, it seems normal.
Yeah. Now another thing that you tried out is the TV connector. This is actually a very small device that can actually be hooked up to the TV, and it actually acts as a transmitter directly into your hearing aids. So it turns your hearing aids into headphones for the TV. And so tell me about your experience with that.
That was very easy to hook up. All I had to do is push the button on the back, have it fairly close to my hearing aids, and I would make a noise in one ear, then the other, and it was connected.
Okay, so very easy to hook up.
Yes, it is.
Okay. How was its performance? How well did it work for you?
Well, there again, being in the ear, it's short range, and line of sight.
Okay. You mentioned short range. Theoretically, this works via Bluetooth, has a range that's supposed to be up to 30 feet. And so, but you said it's short range, so that's shorter than 30 feet. What was your experience with the distance?
Well, I'd estimate in my house it was probably closer to 25 feet.
Okay.
I'd get up out of my chair and I'd walk over to my hallway, and then I'd lose it.
Okay, so 25 feet, that's not too bad then. That's close to the 30 feet. But I think you also told me earlier that it was almost like it's line of sight, that if like even if you turn your back to it, you could lose the signal.
Right.
Okay, yeah, so that's one thing to keep in mind, but most people are watching the TV rather than having their back to the TV. So it worked pretty good in general. That's just range and line of sight aspects are things to keep in mind.
Well, it's the only thing is, get up out of my chair to go in the bathroom, I lose it.
Okay. You don't know when the commercial's over.
It's a long commercial.
Yeah. Now, these hearing aids do take regular hearing aid batteries. Phonak has yet to come out with a rechargeable in-the-ear hearing aid. They do have rechargeable behind the ear, but not in the ear. How is the battery life on these?
The battery life on these is, they last almost a week.
Okay. And that's about what I would expect. So the general battery life for these batteries, these use a 312 battery, is about 7 to 10 days normally, but if you do Bluetooth stuff with your cell phone or TV streaming, that's going to shorten the battery life. So that's probably why if you're getting only like about 5 or 6 days, that's probably about right for a 312 battery.
Right.
Okay. So anything else to add?
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give these a good strong 9.
Good strong 9. What would make them a 10?
If I could talk to them and they would respond, if I didn't have to touch my phone or my hearing aid,
Okay.
if they would receive verbal commands.
Okay, yeah, and so that's something that I don't believe these have that, but some of the other models that are out there. This is the Phonak Paradise. If your cell phone, if you have the behind-the-ear model, and your cell phone has a voice assistant such as Siri or Bixby, you can actually tap the hearing aid and activate that feature, and you can say, directions to the closest Starbucks, or did the Dodgers win last night? And it goes on the internet to find that information and literally tells it to you. So it's a great way to cheat if you go to trivia night at the local tavern.
Right.
So, okay. All right, so we're about to wrap things up. Did you have any more information that would be useful to people who are watching this video?
Well, these are very comfortable. I would recommend these to anybody that has any kind of a hearing loss.
Okay, that's good. All right, well, thanks again, and we'll see about getting a new product on you to try out very soon.
Thank you.